It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Greetings, everybody. Welcome to 2K Sports. I'm Ernie Johnson here with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Moments away at Little Caesars Arena, it'll be the Detroit Pistons going up against the Miami Heat. For the Heat, they're enjoying a better winning percentage to this point than we saw last season, an encouraging sign for the players and the front office. And tonight, we get to see one of the faces of the NBA, Blake Griffin. He's battled a number of injuries, but Kenny, he's still one of the league's better power forwards.
He gives you a lot of things, Ernie, and I really believe if he didn't get injured early on, he would have been higher in the MVP voting last year. Terrific passer, tries to improve his range every season, now shooting threes.
Kenny, what are you talking about? Everybody gets injured. Let's just talk about how he adds a physical presence. You know, it's too bad him and Chris Paul could never reach the finals together.
Well, I'm not going to argue with that.
Me either.
You don't want to argue.
That does it for us. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you later.
Knock you out.
Mama said.
Welcome, everyone. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports. We've got some NBA action for you coming up. This is Kevin Harlan, joined by Greg Anthony, Steve Smith, and on the sideline, David Aldridge. Right now, the Pistons are back in town for just one game and looking to play well for their home fans. This, of course, their first chance to play Miami this season. The previous season series split right down the middle. These teams were quite evenly matched.
And last year, an entertaining season series between the two ended up battling to a draw.
Just goes to show you that these two teams are always at the top of their games when they go up against one another.
And before we get going, let's hear from David Aldridge on the sideline. David?
Thanks very much. Andre Drummond is the most prolific rebounder in the league. He said, every time I see a shot go up, it's like a pass to me. Guys focus on points and getting assists. My goal is to go out and get 20 rebounds a night. Kevin?
He definitely is tough to handle in there, David. Thanks so much. Steve, obviously every team wants to start a season strong. How do coaches and players create a sense of urgency early in the season?
I think it happens in preseason. It happens in the training camp where you're looking and saying, we have to get off to a good start. And a lot of times coaches are looking at their schedules. The back half of the schedules can be very tough. A lot of road games or a lot of playoff teams. That's why at the beginning you want to get off to a great start. And you got to send that message to your team and let them know the reason why. And I think a lot of times that's when players respond.
Well said. So here's Miami's starting group. Olynyk down low with Whiteside. Dragic and Waiters, they're the backcourt. And it's Richardson in at the small forward position. Now here's Dragic following the miss by Griffin. Waiters no luck. Griffin against Olynyk. To the inside, Jackson. Shot's good. Griffin making the play.
The developing feel Reggie Jackson has for scoring inside, playing much more under control these days.
Here's Dragic. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
And where's the help? Obviously, a missed rotation, something they're going to want to patch up.
Only the first quarter. Guys are getting in a groove, but communication on the defense has to be better.
And there's the defensive 3-second call. The Pistons shooting their first free throw attempt on the night. And he shows the focus there, nails the technical. Steve, for the Pistons, improving chemistry on and off the court has been a big focus.
Yes, locker room leadership and pieces that fit together on the court. It's about building a team in every sense of the word.
Now here's Jackson. 23 points for him the last game against the 76ers in Philadelphia.
And made a big mark at the free throw line as well. He got himself to the strike a lot and cashed in when he had his chances.
Outside Griffin. Back to Jackson. He kicks to Bullock. Lobbed up there for Drummond. Shot clock at 5.
The agile feet of Drummond. He's like a dancing bear out there. Nice roll off the pick.
Now here's Waiters. He's guarded by Bullock. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. Outside for Jackson. A 3-ball. And that's good. Robinson picking up the assist. Jackson's got 6.
You love the balance from Reggie Jackson, generating more power in the catch and shoot.
Raiders on the wing. He's guarded by Bullock. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. And Dion Waiters, midway through last season, finally had season-ending surgery on his left ankle. He had been trying to manage that injury since the season prior.
Yeah, and ended up losing out on a bonus of over $1 million, which was contingent on him playing 70 games. His play had fallen off, though, so quite possible he needed that surgery even before he suffered the setback.
The first free throw is good.
Dion Waiters should be a great free throw shooter. He has high arc, good touch, maybe just lack of focus at times.
And both free throws good for Waiters. Well, Dion Waiters, one of those irrational confidence players. He can get his shot anytime, and he's never shy about it.
You're right. That can rub off on a team in a good and in a bad way. The confidence part is good, and at the same time, you want efficient offense, passing up good shots for great shots.
They get it again. Kicks it out to Richardson. To the paint, and stolen by Drummond. Stolen by Waiters. Whiteside, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Whiteside's got his first basket of the night.
The interior, this is where you want to get Whiteside the basketball.
Out left to the wing. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. That one on Olynyk. And Smitty, Blake Griffin last season acquired by Detroit at mid-year. How do you like the fit for him with the Pistons?
You know, they needed a playmaker and a shot creator. Also gives them some star power. Putting fans in the seats, that matters.
The first one falls. Well, it seems the Heat's identity is always built, Steve, on defense.
Physical and nastiness, part of the system, part of the culture in Miami.
Good on both.
Blake Griffin, an all-star for his first 5 seasons in the NBA, but not the last 3. He's still an impact player, though. We'll see if he can crack the roster in the East.
Now, here's Olynyk. He's coming off a 16-point game against the Hawks in Atlanta.
And his rebounding was solid in that effort as well. He did a lot of work on the glass. All around, just his effort level was off the charts.
Well, as we all know, Blake Griffin, Steve, possessing breathtaking athleticism, but injuries certainly have been a concern.
You're right. A lot of it, just bad luck. A teammate falls on your knee. That kind of thing happens. But his skill level is starting to complement his power. I think he'll be fine.
And Drummond throws it down.
So gifted. Drummond soars through the air, then explodes on the finish.
And that unleashed chaos replay presented by Under Armour. Hover Havoc, giving us a chance to relive that exciting play. And he goes in for the dunk.
And it was the screen there, guys, that freed him up as he ran his man into it.
And then it was all acceleration, GA, to the bucket right after that.
That was just a textbook pick that I...
Boom! That's how you attack.
Wow. Agree. Did you see the air Drummond gets underneath him? Allows for time to be creative.
Step back shot. Dragic kicks to Olynyk. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot two. That's on Reggie Jackson.
Kelly Olynyk comes from a basketball family in Canada. His mom was a scorekeeper for the Raptors. His dad coached at Toronto University and actually cut Steve Nash from the junior national team. Wow.
2 shots.
That free throw, no good. Now with Kelly Olynyk, one of those kids who played guard but hit a big growth spurt in high school. Next thing you know, Smitty, he's a 7-footer with perimeter skills.
And he's not bad, Kevin, inside as well. He can score at all 3 levels.
He hits the second from the line. And it's Jackson with the ball, bringing it up for Detroit. Passes it to Robinson. Drummond with it. He has 6. And yes, it's good. Drummond's got 8.
In case anyone was wondering, this is what it looks like when you're in the zone. He hasn't missed one all quarter.
Raiders on the wing. Back to Dragic. Pass to Whiteside. And Waiters has it in the corner. Miami no good on that time either. Looking at Miami, they want to turn it around after the loss to the Hawks in Atlanta. Here's Jackson. That's tipped, and he gets it back. Robinson finds Drummond. Here's Bullock. Outside Griffin. Just 5 on the clock. The Pistons need to get off a shot here. They get the rebound. Drummond.
Whiteside gives enough space, waits, elevates. Quality block shot by the big fella.
Smith checked in for Reggie Bullock. Detroit leading by 3. Out to the right wing. Lobbed up there for Drummond. An emphatic LU jam.
Taking what the defense offers up. Smith with good vision there. Finds the open man.
Smith against Dragic. And he pounds that one in.
Absolutely fearless. I mean, a nice subtle adjustment there going up against Wynn.
Well, this is where he shows both skill and body control along with the attack mindset.
Smith kicks to Robinson. Pistons passing it around. Drummond passes to Griffin. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a 3-point play.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
Andre Drummond in his mid-20s. He's led the league in rebounding 3 consecutive seasons. And Greg, last season was his best one yet.
Really, I think, established himself as the franchise player for the Pistons. They'll go as far as he can take them. At the same time, though, I think the acquisition of Blake Griffin will only help to mature his game.
A free throw drops for Griffin. Smitty, so much work done by the players in the offseason. In terms of development, which skills tend to be the easiest to improve upon?
I think there's one, and you got to call it a skill right now, is the easiest is getting in tip-top shape, because that's all on you. Being able to put in the time in your body and nutrition. Next, I think for guys is defensively. I think that's the skill that you obviously can work on. It's about lateral movement, and you don't need others. You can come out and work on that. Next, I think for guys is shooting. And I wouldn't say you're a big Steph Curry from one summer to another, but if you put in the work, you'll see the percentages starting to go up.
Outside for Jackson. Back to Griffin. Fires from deep. And it's Hassan Whiteside with the rebound. The Heat trail by 4. And he lobs it up toward the rim. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
You know, he's had a handful of seasons in the top 10 in assists. Wade is a gifted passer.
Smith feeling it out a bit. Outside Griffin. Outside for Jackson. Over Wade. Here's Drummond. Feeds to Johnson. A second chance effort. Johnson with the block.
Sneaky shot blocker. James Johnson is not the biggest guy, but he has the reach to do it.
A different look here for Detroit. John Lure comes in for Blake Griffin. And Langston Galloway subbed in for Jackson. And Miami with a change here, too. Justice Winslow, he's checked in for Whiteside. And there's the feed to Lure. 13 feet away. Here's Drummond. A beautiful reverse layup. Drummond's got 12.
The league leader in offensive rebounds on multiple occasions. Drummond doing it again.
And Miami calls their first time out of the game. They're coming into this game off that recent loss to Atlanta.
And, you know, this can happen on the road. You're out defending guys who have just gotten into a comfort zone playing at home.
Well, you have to have an aggressive mindset, and you have to try to disrupt their rhythm.
Wayne Ellington's checked in for Goran Dragic. The Heat trail by 4. Now here's Ellington. Johnson outside. Wade finds Johnson. And it's Lure with the rebound.
That was very tight defense. He tried to force the layup anyway. I think that was a questionable decision.
Wade drives in, and the layup is good.
You know what? I get the sense he could have played football at a high level. Wade has the moves and the power.
Pass to Drummond. Lobbed up there for Drummond. It's Adebayo with the rebound.
And right from the start, Kevin, they've been pounding the glass. Most of those 50-50 balls also going their way.
And that's what you want to see more of from James Johnson, being authoritative at the rim.
Detroit's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Smith outside. Puts it up from 12 and off the left side of the rim, and it swirls in for him.
Great dribble move by Ish. His ability to alternate speeds, a big part of his success.
Wade dishes to Winslow, and the call will be against Langston Galloway. That is his first foul of the game. Pachulia, he's checked in for Detroit. Here's Wade, and it's Miami with another.
Wade's jump shot has improved so much over the course of his career.
So it's the Pistons now. Here's Galloway. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Smith on the wing. Ellington defending. Smith kicks to Lure. Shot clock at 6. Here's Galloway. Sinks the triple. Galloway has got himself on the board with 3 there.
Defensively, you know Galloway's looking for his shot coming off the screen. They gave him a little too much airspace. Boom.
Here's Wade. That one falls coming off Johnson's feet. 6 points for Wade.
Yeah, these defenders just look a bit overmatched, especially inside.
And it's Smith with the ball. He brings it up for Detroit. Well, Eric Spoelstra working his way up through the Heat organization, and I hear eventually interested in moving into the front office someday.
And I would say it will be with the Miami Heat, a very loyal, close-knit organization. His dedication and commitment, second to none.
Winslow kicks to Adebayo. Some nice ball movement here by the Heat. Ellington inside the three-point line. Again, the Heat good for 2. Detroit's gone 2 or 3 from deep so far in this game. Smith, the pass to Pachulia. Back to Smith. The pass to Johnson. Another 3 for Detroit.
And that's a good pass by Ish Smith. When he's in there, he does a great job of steering the drink for this offense.
Ellington finds Wade. There's 47 seconds left here in the opening quarter. And Stanley Johnson is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul. .44 seconds left in the first quarter. On the wing, Winslow. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
Justice Winslow won a national title at Duke University. The 10th overall pick in 2015. He's a lockdown defender who can guard all 5 positions.
The Heat have been successful on 3 of their 4 free throw attempts up to this point.
Gentlemen, 2 shots. Loose shots.
He's off on the first.
The 10th overall pick back in 2015. Justice Winslow has been fighting injuries, but he still has a chance to be very good.
He's off on the second.
And here in the early going, missed free throws starting to become the storyline.
Wade with the block.
One of the all-time great shot blockers at the off-guard position. None other than Dwayne Wade.
Here's Ellington. And the layup falls. Ellington's got his second basket of the night.
Creating a size mismatch in close. That's the kind of thing you're working for.
Now here is Smith. Ellington defending. Smith kicks to Lewis. Johnson right side. Johnson with the block. Andre Drummond has been on display for the Detroit Pistons. Between his points and his rebounds, he was a star for him in that quarter. Back right after this. One of the most dominant big men in the league, Andre Drummond, says he's learned how to be a leader on this team.
Watching previous guys who've led this team and did the things that they did, I write that kind of stuff in the back of my head and just say, you know, this is something I need to do this. Or if I see something I didn't like, you know, this is something I probably will stay away from. And I think now that I'm in a role where I could kind of lead this team, I kind of have the blueprint on what I need to do to make this team successful.
And, you know, Greg, with Blake Griffin, he's got somebody to take some of that leadership role alongside him.
And those two will be pivotal in deciding just how good this team can be.
And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And what stands out to you from the Pistons so far in this one?
Well, I mean, they just got hot early from beyond the arc, and we'll just have to wait and see if they can keep that going.
They also want to be unpredictable. Mix up the play calling. Keep the defense guessing.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor. All fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. And Detroit looking at who they've got. Pachulia is out there with John Lure. Then it's Smith. Then it's Johnson. And it's Galloway in at the shooting guard position. He gets a chance now to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, guys, Hassan Whiteside continues to develop. Now, Miami coach Eric Spoelstra said it's got nothing to do with his stats. He's going to do that no matter what. It's about making winning plays and caring more about his teammates than he cares about himself. Now he can lead in a different way because he has the respect of the locker room. Kevin?
Terrific, D.A. Thank you. And around a minute gone here in the second quarter. from the stripe. And there's the call on Pachulia. That's his first foul.
And you look at Ish, more than stats, he provides poise and he provides leadership.
The Pistons making a change here. Bullock's checked in. For the Detroit Pistons, they come in off the loss to the 76ers. Pass to Johnson. Over Lure. Yep, it goes. And the Piston lead is cut down to just 2 points on the bucket from Johnson.
A skilled, versatile forward. James Johnson showing what he can do from mid-range.
Smith kicks to Galloway. Poked away. He dishes it to Pachulia. 5 on the clock. High, arcing shot. Wade with it. Now Smith defending. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. And Dwayne Wade had hoped to return to the Miami Heat. Last season at the trade deadline, he got his wish.
And it just seems right when he's in a Miami Heat uniform. It's a second home for him, and he's back where he belongs, baby. Wade County.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. Loose shots.
And he makes the first.
The Detroit Pistons hoping for continued development from their young players. Recent seasons, some pretty high draft picks. They need those guys to make an impact.
The Pistons making a change here. Robinson's checked in. And then for Miami, Olenek, he's checked in for Johnson. Dion Waiters comes in for Justice Winslow. And it's Richardson in for Wayne Ellington. That one drops. He ties it up. Well, the Pistons' recent draft history is subject to some criticism.
Yeah, even when they've drafted some good players like Dinwiddie or Middleton, they've traded them away. Finding value in the draft and then developing it is a huge part of NBA success.
Smith outside. And it's wide right. Hits off the rim.
And the defense daring him to shoot that. Good plan right there.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points. And it's Smith with the ball. He brings it up for Detroit, trailing by 2. When this game is done, they'll be off to Orlando, and they'll take on the Magic. That'll be the first half of a 2-game trip. Bullock kicks to Smith. He feeds it to Pachulia. And Pachulia with the dunk.
The highest percentage shot on the floor. Zaza likes to get his points at the rim.
Heat have gone 3 of their first 5 shots to drop here in the second quarter. Passed away. Feeds to Olenek. Got a hand on it. Here's Bullock. Yes, and it's Smith with the assist that time. Smith's got 4 assists now tonight.
Bad communication defensively. This is the last guy you want to leave open from there.
Wade passes to Olenek. Kicks it to Richardson. That one's not going to go. And it's Detroit the other way, coming off that loss against Philadelphia.
And that's what happens when you become too perimeter oriented. If you're not hot, you don't score.
Well, when you force it all night, you don't get good results. Never really adjusted the game plan the way they should have.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Over to the wing. Olenek has the open look. Here's Adebayo. And there's 2 points. Working on the glass, paying off that time.
Strong move at the rim. Overpowers the smaller defender.
Smith kicks to Lure. Pass to Bullock. Not this time. His first miss in 3 attempts from the field. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
It's good, and the Piston lead is cut to just 1 point on the basket from Waiters.
Sometimes under defensive pressure, Dion Waiters tries to do too much, but that time makes a nice adjustment on the shot.
Well, Steve Bam Adebayo out of Kentucky adapting quickly to the NBA game.
He's been a sponge, Kevin. Plays the game with an infectious energy. He's a keeper.
Looking at who's out there now for the Pistons. Drummond's checked in for Pachulia. Griffin comes in for John Lure. And Reggie Jackson subbed in for Smith. And when it comes to big men who can really handle the basketball, there aren't many of them, but there are a few, and they're pretty good at it, the bigs.
You know, I think the best at this, and we don't consider him a big, but he's close to 7 feet, is Kevin Durant.
Right.
Handling the basketball for a big. DeMarcus Cousins is really good. You look at guys like LaMarcus Aldridge, not bad. Blake Griffin, for his size, being able to handle the basketball. We have so many guys that have that skill set, and they're 6'10" and above.
Olynyk dishes to Waiters. Goes up the baseline. Miami no good on that time either. The Pistons have gone 6 of 9 in the second quarter. Some good work from the field. Griffin kicks to Bullock. Got a piece of it. They retain possession. A nice shot by Griffin.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Jackson against Waiters. The pass to Whiteside. Here's Dragic, and it's sent back by Drummond.
The foot speed to get in position, the quickness of the jump. Drummond with raw talent as a shot blocker.
Jackson against Dragic. Right side Robinson. He kicks it to Drummond. Left side Griffin. Miami grabs the miss. Waiters surveying the D. Dragic. It's in, and he's a very efficient 5 for 6 on the game.
He's an aggressive competitor. Goran Dragic able to finish through contact.
The Pistons have gotten 7 of their 12 field goal attempts to drop here in the second quarter. Up over 50%. Jackson finds Robinson. Bounce pass from Drummond. Passes it to Bullock. And Kelly Olynyk is going to pick up the foul. That's his 3rd foul of the game.
And that's the tough part of trying to keep him on the floor. Now he picks up that 3rd foul.
Here's Drummond, and it's Bullock in the corner. From outside, off the mark. Miami's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Jackson against Dragic. Pass to Richardson. Stolen by Robinson. And the foul on Josh Richardson. That is his 1st foul of the game. Outside Robinson. Five to shoot. Kicks to Drummond. Fires high post, and the shot goes in. Drummond's got 4 this quarter.
I like that Drummond has become more in control of his offensive game, and the defense is running out of answers.
Olynyk with it, and Griffin picks him up defensively. Here's Whiteside. No good that time. Good D by Drummond. Here's Griffin. His shot is good. Scores his 3rd basket in 6 tries. Shooting 50%.
You know, he's had better starts, obviously, but he's shaking it off here in the second.
And the Heat call time here.
They have plenty of ball handlers and athletes on this Heat's roster. Despite that, they play at a slow pace. That's just the team's MO.
For the Pistons, Johnson, he's checked in for Glenn Robinson III. And Langston Galloway subbed in for Reggie Bullock. Johnson, he's checked in for Miami. Winslow comes in for Richardson. Well, offensively, the Heat don't run, but they're not shy about gunning.
They don't run, but they shoot a lot of three-pointers. You need that shot to compete in today's game.
Nice job getting inside for the layup. Got the D thinking. Jump shot. Gave a little pump fake. And then off to the races.
Jackson kicks to Drummond. Griffin looking around. And Drummond throws it down.
Great look by Blake Griffin. When your foreman has that ability to pass the basketball, it's a major advantage.
Johnson at the elbow. To the paint. Count the bucket. And he's got a free throw coming up as well.
He turned on the Jets. As soon as he got that screen, they went right to the hole. Great decision making there.
For Miami, they have gone 6 of 9 at the line.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
And that one misses. Smitty, there are a lot of funny guys that play in pro sports, and the NBA is no exception now and in the past. Who would you say is the funniest guy you ever played with?
Yeah, a couple guys, Kevin. There's some funny guys. I think one that stands out as far as just being a straight comedian, had guys laughing, was Ken Norman. And I think there's another guy that was extremely funny, but he wasn't trying to be funny, was Dikembe Mutombo. Some of the things Dikembe would say and do, it was just hilarious. And he wasn't trying to be funny.
Two shots.
No good on that one.
Well, a big focus for the Pistons has been improving their shooting, and they've done it. Last season, the 5th best three-point percentage in the league.
And he's good on the second. And Steve, last season the Pistons' three-point percentage was top 5, but their percentage inside the arc, bottom 5.
Only middle of the pack in terms of the number of threes they attempted. Might want to shoot more from long range, force the defense to really guard them out there to open up the inside.
Dragic kicks to Waiters. From deep. No good from Dragic. Pistons leading by 5. Pass to Johnson. That's tipped.
Good timing by Justice Winslow with the long arm to get a hand on that shot.
Outside Dragic. No good off the back of the rim.
Well, this is why you see guys shying away from their mid-range jumper. It's a bit of a lost art.
Whiteside, no good. And the foul called on Hassan Whiteside. That's his first foul. Detroit's gone 4-6 from outside the arc tonight. Out left to the wing. Nice ball movement by Detroit. And it's Drummond with the jam.
Already a double-double machine. Drummond with a little bit better offense, he could start putting up mad 20-20 lines.
Johnson kicks to Waiters. And there's the pass to Whiteside. And it's sent back by Drummond. And it's out of bounds. The Heat able to retain possession here. .157 left in the first half of basketball. Here's Waiters.
And tonight he just hasn't been efficient offensively. That's a big reason why they're behind.
And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. A chance here to assess what parts of the floor the attempts have been coming from as we look at the shot chart for Miami.
And the three-point shot above the break has become a popular shot in the league, but not for them tonight. They're passing that one up and just trying to get their offense from closer to the hoop.
Back to Dragic. Launches a three. Detroit with the rebound. Griffin's got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's Galloway. That drops. And it comes off an assist from Griffin. Griffin's got his 5th assist in this one. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Right side, no good.
And they continue to control the glass.
Johnson kicks to Whiteside. And the jam by Whiteside.
Motoring down the court, Whiteside is a load in transition.
59 seconds left in the first half of the game. Outside Jackson, passes to Griffin, and it's Dragic with the foul. That's his first foul. Pachulia, he's checked in for Drummond. Wayne Ellington's checked in for Miami. And taken away by Johnson. Oh, and a fast break for the Heat. Power down with both hands.
And guys, that's a big swing right there. I mean, taking the steal and then turning it into 2 easy points on the dunk.
No telling how important that sequence could turn out to be.
No doubt that could be a gigantic swing in momentum given how that sequence developed.
Griffin against Johnson. 9 feet out. Griffin's shot is off. The Heat trail by 5. Ellington the pass to Winslow. Here's Dragic. Johnson with the defensive effort.
And he's really trying to get them back into it, but the results just have not been there.
For Detroit, they have looked good at the line tonight. They're perfect in 4 attempts.
And talking about last season, this team hit just 74% of their free throws. I'm sure they were hoping for better than that.
Lures checked in for Blake Griffin. Bam Adebayo's checked in for the Heat. Wade comes in for Goran Dragic. Good on the second free throw. There's 21 seconds left to play in the first half. Now here's Ellington. Defense is right there. He kicks to Wade. They grabbed their own miss. He got it up. And so it's Detroit with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. They're playing a bruising game inside, and it's working for them. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. James, you came out and you were really productive. In fact, the whole bench was productive.
Yeah, of course. You know, that's what the second unit's for. We go hard in practice. We know we can play with the best of them, and we just want to give our first guys the first group a lift.
You certainly did, James. Thanks a lot. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, folks. Good to have you back. Ernie Johnson with Kenny the Jet Smith and the Big Diesel, Shaquille O'Neal. Welcome to the NBA Halftime Show on 2K Sports. Andre Drummond having an outstanding game. He had 20 points, 2 steals, and 1 assist. First 2 quarters from him were fun to watch. Kenny, what's your take on Detroit so far?
Man, I love seeing Andre Drummond take over. This is how he has to play every night, active, involved, and mentally engaged. When you have the size and athleticism, it's a crime to let anything stand in the way of your success.
And Shaq, your thoughts on the Heat?
Well, I didn't even know who some of these guys were, but their bench came up with some big shots. Gave the team a lift offensively. It's always possible those guys will see more minutes in the second half, but at the same time, if you're a starter for a reason. We shall see, Ernie.
And that's a wrap for our halftime show. The third quarter just about to get started.
And welcome back to the Motor City with a look at the Renaissance Center, which dominates the skyline in downtown Detroit. And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. Andre Drummond has been sensational.
Yeah, and the fact he's posted a double-double with about half the game left to play, that's impressive.
He's been one of, if not the hardest worker over the first 2 quarters. His tenacity has been the difference.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. On the floor for Miami, Dragic and Waiters, they're the backcourt. Olynyk down low with Whiteside. And it's Richardson in at the 3. Puts up a 3. Unable to get that one. Griffin with some nice D.
Andre Drummond, a prototype athlete at the center position. He checks every box. Leaping ability, lateral mobility, you name it.
And just carrying over from his last game, completely dialed in. You can sense his confidence.
I totally agree. Heat check after heat check. He realizes, man, I'm still hot.
And it's Jackson with the ball, bringing it up for the Pistons. Griffin inside. Olynyk is covering.
And that is in Blake Griffin's DNA, dunking on guys.
The Heat trail by 10. Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sideline.
The Pistons went for it last season, bringing in Blake Griffin and trading away picks and players. Didn't work out the way they wanted, but they are determined to make a go of it. They're in a brand new building, and they hope that their moves in the future will draw fans back to the franchise. Kevin?
Good overview, David. Thank you. And it's Bullock in the corner. His three-pointer's off the mark.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Raiders on the wing. He's guarded by Bullock. And he gets it to go. And that's 10 points for Dion Waiters.
Having Waiters on the floor, he gives you versatility in the scoring department.
Left side, Griffin. Olynyk with the steal. Dragic looking it over. And we're just around 2 minutes into the final half of play now. Pass to Waiters. 4 on the clock. Another shot. And the jam by Whiteside.
Are you serious? Whiteside doing major damage on the offensive glass.
Pistons leading by 4. Outside Jackson. It's tipped. From 17 feet out. And the shot no good, a bit short. The Pistons have gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. Now here's Bullock. He's guarded by Waiters. Jackson in the corner. And he's good on the 3-ball. Jackson's got his 3rd basket of the night.
Looking at Reggie's motion, it's a little bit of a push shot, but able to get it to go.
Dragic dishes to Waiters. Kicks to Olynyk. In the corner, it's Richardson. 6 on the shot clock. Over Robinson. Richardson, no luck. Here's Olynyk. Here's Whiteside. It's Richardson on the wing. Over Robinson. Shot is good off the back rim and in.
Good teamwork. Whiteside makes a good read. Delivers the pass on point.
Jackson finds Griffin. Just over 3.5 minutes through the third quarter of play now. Drummond banked in off the glass. Drummond's got 22 points.
In attack mode inside, the best of Drummond comes out when he's being decisive.
Down low. So it's Richardson with the jam.
And it was the screen there, guys, that freed him up as he ran his man into it.
And then it was all acceleration, GA, to the bucket right after that.
That was just a textbook pick that allowed him room, and he took advantage of it.
The Pistons working the ball around now. And it's Drummond with the jam.
Each year he's getting better and better. Drummond with the unstoppable move.
Dragic against Jackson. And here's Whiteside. He's got 10. Whiteside, Dragic. And it's good, 2 points. Dragic has got 12 points in the game.
That was strong defense inside, but Goran Dragic in full attack mode.
Pass to Robinson. Now the dish to Griffin. Jackson against Dragic. Back to Griffin. Lets it go. And it's Whiteside with the rebound. The Heat trail by 5. Left side, Waiters. Rebounded by the Pistons. Drummond's got 14, 14 rebounds for him tonight. Wow. Olynyk with the steal. And it's slammed in by Whiteside.
Give this young man a lot of credit. Instead of watching on the offensive end, he's making a difference when his number's called.
And the Pistons decide to take their first timeout right here.
And coach most likely wants to address their turnover issues. The offense looks forced right now, rush. There's no synergy to it. They have to find a way to work together and remain aggressive without making mistakes.
Ish Smith, he's checked in for the Pistons. And then for Miami, Dwayne Wade comes in for Waiters. And Ellington is subbed in for Goran Dragic. Pistons leading by 3.
The new head coach of Detroit is Dwayne Casey. They're lucky he was available. He guided the Raptors to a franchise best 59 wins last season, and he was the coach of the year.
Jackson makes no mistake on the open jump shot. Jackson's got 5 points in the quarter.
I mean, taking what the defense allows, Reggie can run the pick and roll in a variety of ways.
Ellington kicks to Wade. Olynyk the pass to Whiteside. In the corner, it's Ellington. Fires the 3. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Ellington's got 9. And it goes to show you that any coach can get fired. Casey, one of the most successful, highly regarded coaches in the league. And Smitty still got let go.
If you learn about all he's overcome, all the tough jobs he's worked in the past, you knew he'd take it on the chin and keep on trucking.
Olynyk against Griffin. Jackson has the open look from outside off the mark. And here's Whiteside. He'll bring it up for Miami. A 2-point game. Richardson, good.
Great patience from the young big man. The game slowing down for Whiteside. You can see that.
Jackson kicks to Robinson. The feed now to Griffin. Olynyk with the steal. And here's the fast break. Richardson leading the way. And he banks in the layup. Richardson's got the lead up to 2 now for the Heat.
A tough first half, but it's been a different story here since the break.
At the elbow, it's Drummond. Dishes it to Griffin. Looking to end the run. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Last season, the Heat, they were a 6th seed in the East. They had a first-round exit, fell to the Sixers in 5. Just didn't have enough firepower offensively.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First one falls for him. Well, the Heat, by average margin of victory, actually had a better team in 2017 when they narrowly missed the playoffs.
The reason why they made a furious run down the stretch showed how good this team can be when they're firing on all cylinders.
Here's what Detroit's going with right now. Pachulia, he's checked in for Andre Drummond. Stanley Johnson comes in for Glenn Robinson III. And Langston Galloway subbed in for Reggie Jackson. On the wing, Ellington, covered by Smith. Olynyk finds Richardson. Down through the hoop it goes. That's his 5th make on 9 shots from the floor.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
Detroit's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Smith the pass to Johnson. Here's Pachulia. Throws it down as the official calls the foul. It may be a 3-point play. They get Hassan Whiteside.
The strength of Zaza, able to complete the play and will now go to the line for one more.
Lure is checked in for Detroit. The Heat also changing it up. Adebayo is checked in for Whiteside. Johnson comes in for Olynyk, and it's Justin Winslow in for Josh Richardson. Here's Johnson. The shot, no good. Now the Pistons take it the other way. They've led by as much as 10. Johnson, wide open, he fires. Detroit, no good that time either. The drive by Wade, shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. Well, Smitty, Dwayne Wade back for another season in a Miami Heat uniform.
Great to see a legend and a future Hall of Famer still putting in work. The most important player in franchise history. He belongs, Kevin, in a Heat uniform.
That free throw, no good. Well, Heat fans, not the league's loudest, but they do show up.
They sell out the arena every night. They love their team, and it's a great place to play. He is definitely disappointed. He couldn't put his team up in front, but at least he knotted this one up.
Smith up top, Ellington defending. Smith kicks to Galloway. Lure inside, Johnson on him. Pocket 2. That's a 2 from Smith. And it's Miami with the rebound. On the wing, Ellington. To the inside. It's blocked. 2-on-1 as they jump out on the break. Up the floor. Galloway with the bucket. Galloway has got 7 points in the game.
And a lot to like about that play, particularly how it ends.
Yeah, at the rack. That's what you want in transition, a high percentage look.
Here's Johnson.
James Johnson, one of those do-everything guys you love to have. Brings in energy, physicality, and toughness.
This is his first trip to the line tonight. That's good from Johnson.
And what James Johnson brought with him coming into this league, physicality. He combines size, strength, athleticism, and a 7'1" wingspan.
And the Pistons making a change here. Jackson's checked in. So he makes 1 of 2 as the second one misses. Inside, here's Smith. The shot that time, not on target. Wade with the defensive effort. And Smitty, I'd say that James Johnson, one of the better defensive players in the NBA.
Yeah, teams look for those strong physical wings who can guard multiple positions. He can defend all 5 positions and never afraid of contact.
The first one falls. Detroit making a switch here. Bullock's checked in. Both good from the line that time.
Taking advantage at the charity stripe like he always does. Terrific touch.
Now Smith. He's got 6, and it's Lure, top of the key. The pass to Jackson. Smith against Johnson. Fires the 3. And it's Smith missing. The Heat with the lead. Ellington with it. He's got 11. Lets it go from deep. But they recover it. Good on the bucket. Adebayo's got 8.
I love the effort there. Refuses to give up on that play.
Smith kicks to Lure. Jackson up top. Smith outside. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Ish Smith, an excellent backup point guard, more than capable of holding down the starting spot as well.
Well, Steve, Ish Smith with speed to burn. Man, can he fly.
Like a rocket, he pushes the pace. As fast as he plays, he keeps his turnovers extremely low.
2 shots.
Free throw drop for Smith.
This is as good as it gets from the charity stripe here in the second.
He's off on the second.
You know, the way he plays the game, he's always in attack. This is the one area I think he definitely has to improve on in his career. Ish Smith is knocking down free throws.
Winslow kicks to Johnson. Good ball movement here by the Heat. A three-pointer off the mark. The Pistons trailing. Here's Jackson. Smith trying to break loose. Second shot opportunity. Wade with the block. And he recovers it. Jackson gets the bucket.
I wonder what the score would be if they weren't controlling the backboard.
The drive by Wade. Passes it to Winslow. He kicks it to Johnson. They get a hand on it. Stolen by Jackson. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Pass to Lure. Smith on the wing. 5 to shoot. Shoots over Ellington. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. Puts up a 3. The shot's good on the assist by Johnson. Johnson's got 5 assists tonight. Not going to go that time. It's still anybody's game as we've reached the end of 3. Heat out front, up by 3. And time to step aside quickly, but we'll be back in no time with the start of the 4th quarter. While we have the chance now, folks, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
And he's always been the favorite to bag this honor. These kind of feeds are his bread and butter.
This is what you need your floor general to do. Take charge, lead by example, unselfish play.
We've reached the 4th quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. Pistons trail by 3. Reggie Bullock is out there with John Lure. Then there's Jackson. Then there's Pachulia. And it's Smith in at the 1. That's the group for Detroit right now. Lure dishes to Jackson. Launches it. A three-pointer is right on target. Lure's got the first field goal of the 4th quarter here for Detroit.
That's the leadership they're looking for from Jackson. Staying patient, surveying the court, locates the open man.
Dragic finds Ellington. It's good. Now he's shooting 6 for 7.
On the attack, he has that ability, trying to close this one out.
Yeah, and the rim protection, not there. You expect someone to at least come over and contest.
Here's Bullock. And trying for the go-ahead basket. It doesn't go in. On the wing, Johnson. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Remember back in 2016, James Johnson signed a make-good contract with the Heat. He's transformed his body, going from about 274 to under 240. And in the following season, they rewarded him with a 4-year, $60 million deal.
And he can't get the first one. And for James Johnson, losing all that weight seems to have unlocked his versatile, high-energy game, Greg.
Yeah, and this lower weight, Kevin, this guy's a wall of muscle. You combine that with the greater mobility, and now he possesses an athletic advantage most every night he takes the floor.
And the second free throw, good. About a minute played here in the fourth quarter. Smith, the pass to Lewis. He dishes it to Jackson. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. That's on Dwayne Wade.
You know, and Reggie Jackson, a really solid first season and a half in Detroit, but the last 2 seasons, injuries have really held him back.
And Reggie Jackson in 2016-17, battling knee tendonitis. Last season, Greg, a severe right ankle sprain.
I mean, he's so important in terms of his impact for the Pistons. An athletic, physical player. When he's right, he can be a difference maker on both ends.
And not too long ago, Reggie Jackson signed a 5-year, $80 million deal. A lot of pressure on him to earn that money.
The Heat with the lead. Wade kicks to Johnson. Jackson against Dragic. The 3. And it's Lure with the rebound. Lure's got 4 rebounds in this game.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
The offensive rebound kicks it to Waiters. Dragic against Jackson. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Scooped up. Adebayo. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
And one of the stories of the second half has been all of those second chance points. I mean, they have been terrific on the offensive backboard.
Drummond's checked in for Detroit. Robinson comes in for Smith. And so it's Jackson who brings it up for Detroit, trailing by 4. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Reggie Jackson, a great season and a half spent in Detroit. Since that time, injuries have slowed him down.
And Jackson dealing with knee tendonitis, Steve. Then last season, a serious ankle sprain.
Grade 3, as bad as it gets. One of the league's most imposing point guards. He's got to be right, though.
2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one. And some changes here for the Heat. Whiteside's checked in for Johnson. And it's Richardson in for Dwayne Wade. And so Jackson nails both of them. We're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter in this one. And that's a foul. It's called on Reggie Jackson. That's his 4th foul of the contest.
This could be a problem. That's his 4th foul with plenty of basketball left to play.
Richardson kicks to Adebayo. And there's the call on Andre Drummond. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game.
And the next one puts him in the bonus.
Whiteside finds Richardson. Stolen by Jackson. We're in the fourth quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone. On target from 13 feet. Jackson's got the game tied up here for the Pistons.
When Jackson can't get all the way to the rim, this is his go-to. Shoots for a decent percentage from mid-range.
Waiters outside. Here's Whiteside. Looks good, is good. That's his 7th basket in 12 tries.
Ever since halftime, he's had his eyes on the basket and just crushing it right now.
The Pistons working the ball around now. Back to Jackson. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
The 7-foot wingspan of Reggie Jackson makes him a bigger player inside, helps him draw fouls. I love how hard he's playing, really since the break. All the defense can do at this point is foul him.
Blake Griffin, he's checked in for Lure. The Heat also with a sub. Olynyk's checked in. Dragic, the pass to Whiteside. Oh, Whiteside in position. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. And that one falls, and that puts him up by 1 point. Robinson hits them both. And we're about 3.5 minutes into the 4th quarter. Dragic kicks to Waiters. To the middle. Here's Whiteside. And it's sent back by Drummond. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
In terms of drawing fouls, Griffin is one of the best we have in the NBA.
And he sinks the second. The Heat trail by 3. Now here's Dragic. Waiters on the wing. He feeds it to Whiteside. Yes, indeed, it is good. He's now 8 for 14.
And all quarter long, he's been zeroed in and knocks down big shot after big shot here in the 4th.
Jackson finds Drummond. Outside Griffin. Down low and stolen by Whiteside. Lets a floater go, and Dion Waiters the bucket on the assist by Whiteside. Whiteside's got 5 assists tonight. Detroit's gone 1 of 2 from 3-point range here in the 4th. Here's Robinson. The drive by Jackson, and yes, it's good. Jackson's got 10 points in the quarter.
We will talk about feed the hot hand. That's what they're doing this quarter, which is why they've been able to maintain momentum.
Dragic, the pass to Whiteside. Back to Dragic. Waiters on the wing. He's guarded by Bullock. Shot's good by Waiters.
Some guys just have that second gear. Waiters with an explosive drive.
Now here's Bullock. Tight defense on him. Kicks to Jackson. Back to Bullock. Oleynik with the steal. Here's Dragic. In the corner, it's Whiteside. And it's Griffin with the rebound. Griffin's got rebound number 8 now on the night. Outside Jackson. Back to Griffin. Just 4 to shoot. Sinks the three-pointer. Griffin's got 21 in the game.
It's funny, at one point in his career, Griffin wouldn't have even attempted that shot. Much more confidence now.
Now a timeout called by Miami. The short rest, very important, and one of the benefits of this part of the game is getting on the same page with your team while having the chance to hydrate with Gatorade. Replenish your energy for the late game push. Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. I was able to hear Eric Spoelstra coaching the team during the break. He told them this game wasn't over yet. He said, don't give up. If we make a few big plays, we're right back in this game. Stay the course. Back to you, Kevin.
Outside Robinson puts up a 3. A putback, and Drummond is right there. And now a 4-point Detroit lead.
And I'll tell you, switching ends, Drummond is a low, strong finisher in transition.
Dragic kicks to Richardson. Feeds it to Olynyk. Richardson trying to break loose. Nice spin off the left rim and in.
And defensively, neither side able to get many stops.
Well, this is when you need them late in the game. It's not all about scoring.
The Pistons working the ball around now. Griffin, no one around him. Drills it from outside. Griffin's got 13 points in the second half.
And certainly they are not hesitating, letting it fly from deep here in the second half.
Whiteside kicks to Richardson. Pass to Dragic. Lets it go with a three. Pistons leading by 5. Robinson finds Jackson. Drummond working against Whiteside. Griffin inside. Bullock passes to Jackson. Olynyk with the steal. To the inside. Richardson. And the layup's good off the glass.
Really smoking the nets now after a difficult time shooting in the first half.
And here's Jackson. It's Drummond, top of the key. Outside Robinson. Back to Drummond. Richardson against Robinson. 6 to shoot. And they double up Jackson. And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here. And here are the Heat now. The Heat trail by 3. Now here's Waiters. Olynyk high post. There's Dragic with the 3. Sinks the triple.
He's letting someone else be the catalyst. Goran Dragic has been working on his catch and shoot game.
Jackson kicks to Drummond. Outside Griffin. Miami grabs the miss. Whiteside's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. And Dragic gets it to go on the assist from Dion Waiters. Waiters got assist number 7 for him tonight. And it's Jackson with the ball, bringing it up for the Pistons. The pass to Griffin. And Kelly Olynyk is going to pick up the foul. That'll be foul number 5 on him, and due to the bonus, we'll be headed to the free throw line. And Steve, Goran Dragic, the most improved player back in 2014. He led Slovenia to a gold medal at the 2017 Eurobasket tournament.
You know, one of the better European players of the last decade. A slashing penetrator, crafty finishing around the rim as well.
The first free throw is good.
You know, it's interesting. Blake has increased his shooting range, but that hasn't really carried over to the free throw line.
And that's good as he hits both of his shots. Miami's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the 4th quarter. Richardson against Robinson. Dragic finds Richardson. At the elbow, it's Whiteside. Back to Richardson. And the 3 off target. The Pistons have gone 6 of 9 on their field goal attempts since the start of the 4th quarter. Here's Jackson. Waiters grabs the miss.
Boy, he blew an easy layup, and he is furious with himself.
The dish to Whiteside, and it's slammed in by Whiteside.
Getting involved when it counts. Whiteside getting it done.
Detroit's gone 3 of 5 from beyond the arc since the final quarter's gotten underway. Outside Griffin. Back to Jackson. That drops. And it comes off an assist from Griffin. Griffin's got his 7th assist here tonight. They've shared the load offensively.
And guys, they put the defense on their heels. You can see right now they're trying to react. And that's what you want when you're in a rhythm offensively.
This is when the game becomes real. Your leaders need to step up Dragic did just that.
Jackson kicks to Bullock. 1:49 left in the fourth. It's tipped. Here's Drummond, laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Drummond's got it all tied up now for the Pistons.
In attack mode, Drummond getting aggressive as the game heats up.
The feed to Olynyk. .133 left here in the fourth quarter. Jackson kicks to Griffin. Drummond in the post. He's covered by Whiteside. Richardson gets a wide open look. Good on the three-point shot. And it's a 5-point Heat lead.
And those are the types of shots down the stretch that win you ball games.
Outside Griffin. 1:04 left here in the fourth quarter.
These are moments in the game where Blake needs to step up, and he did.
The Heat leading by 3. Outside Dragic. This is it to Whiteside. Here's the break. Money! And that shot brings them to within just 1.
What more can you ask for?
Phenomenal here in the clutch. This is what fans tune in to see.
Guys, they're not going to be in any rush on this possession.
Not with the lead. Now's the time to burn some clock.
Pass to Richardson. Waiters dishes to Olynyk. Just 5 on the clock. Pass to Richardson. Over Robinson. Richardson, no luck. Now a timeout called by Detroit. They trail by 1. We've got 22 seconds left in the game. Guys, your thoughts?
You know what? Enough time that they can run whatever play they're most comfortable with.
Patience is the key. Let's see what they come up with here.
And now let's present our Jordan Player of the Game, Hassan Whiteside.
And he's put on a terrific show of skill in the paint. A combination of moves, footwork, and that soft touch down low. It's all added up to one dominant performance for the big fella.
The Heat making a switch here. Wade's checked in. A crucial possession with time ticking down.
Yeah, an opportunity to take the lead on this possession.
To take the lead. Good!
And that bucket was absolutely huge. A defensive stop now may just seal the deal.
And the Heat call time here. They're behind by 1. 12 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Seconds left in the fourth quarter. Shoots a 3. But they'll get another chance.
And that's a good job of just getting after it on the backboard. Gets them another possession and allows them to run even more clock. Honestly, just doing what they have to in order to get the basketball back.
He drops the first one, and that will put them up by 2. And he cannot convert on the second. That misses. That will count. Oh, that shot had a chance, but no good. And so it's the Pistons who come out on top here. That was a fun night of basketball and fabulous finish as they continued to wait out until the very last moment to seal it.
And there are so many times when you see these tight games won at home, that advantage of having that crowd behind you oftentimes is the ultimate X factor.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thank you very much, Blake. Another good night of work offensively. How does the team build on this?
Just keep that rhythm. You know, we're not always going to hit shots every night. Some nights the shots aren't going to fall. So just keeping that rhythm, keeping the ball moving, talking on defense, and relying on each other.
Congrats on a great win, Blake. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Steve Smith, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for being with us. We'll see you next time. Have a great evening.